Intermediate, yo. Intermediate, yo. Too much for Monday, yo. Intermediate, yo. Intermediate, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much intermediate, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much intermediate, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday. She's got the body that I've never seen. Can I make this woman my queen? But she's too much and too much and too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much in the media, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much in the media, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday.
I met this pretty girl by the name of Alexis. She only dated niggas that were popping the maces, but she had a little thing for you guys in glasses. So I be like, AJ, what are my chances? I take a little step in the right direction, asking pretty mama the first kind of question: what is your poison and are you educated? She's too much for money, so she looks at me cheesy. I give a little grin and I pull up my keys. She knows I'm in the range and she pauses and freezes. The next thing that you know, she's dying to please me. She never leaves my corner, she grinding and squeezing. She even offered to give me a kiss to tease me, but from head to toe, she's a Primark queasy.
Cause she's too much for Monday, Cardi busy. She's too much for Monday, Cardi busy. She's too much for Monday, Cardi busy. She's too much and too much and too much and too much and too much for Monday, Cardi busy.
The next thing that you know, I pull up my bank card. She even offers to go to the bar with my bank card, but I ain't the kind of fool to get her so drunk and wait for other niggas to give her a woo. Hell no, Cardi B's.
Cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much in them video, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, too much and too much and too much for Monday.
She be a club hustler, only come to the club to be hustling. Akawana Mufesa Nebeg, she be buzzing. She doesn't even care that's her ex-boyfriend's cousin. As long as I duck while my shorts are hobo, she's buzzing. Oops, Cardi busy. As long as I duck while my shorts are dozen. Oops, Cardi busy.
In the video, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much in the video, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, too much and too much and too much for Monday.
First sight, she be wifey material. Got you confused and feeling inferior. Got a body like a model's interior. The one kind of woman you'd love to marry her. She's also well known to the more the merrier. You gotta dig deep if you were to carry her. She's too much for money, so she blow up my account. Even if you splash in a silly ass amount, you gotta drive a 5-star whip that will count. She's too much, she's too much, she's too much.
Yo, cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much in the video, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, too much and too much and too much for Monday, yo. Cause she's too much for Monday, yo. Too much for Monday.